Hey there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So Coffee Stain Studio have just released a new teaser video for Satisfactory 1.0, and we're going to check it out.
Hi, today I'd like to talk to you about the narrative of Satisfactory and what you can expect in 1.0 when it comes to this aspect of the game. A long time ago, when we started working on this game and we had just gotten like the basics of the game in place, one of our earliest playtests we did, one piece of feedback we got from players was that players sort of felt like they were missing a purpose as to like why you're building all these factories in the game. After that playtest, it sort of made sense for us to try and use like a narrative to tie everything together and sort of set the stage as to why you're on this planet and why you're creating all these factories. Being early access, we didn't want to have the narrative half finished in the game, so we decided to completely omit it for the duration of early access, which is why you haven't seen any of it apart from, any world building we've done, in the game and our socials and website and whatnot. Over time, the narrative for the game has gone over many different iterations of various scopes. At one point, the narrative grew into something overwhelmingly big, and we weren't sure we were going to be able to deliver on our vision. And Hannah, who is our lead writer, also had responsibility for like world design and stuff like that. So she already had a lot on her plate. So we decided that we wanted to aim for like a good story that we felt was manageable to implement for us. We've talked about this many times on streams and videos in the past, but our goal for the narrative of Satisfactory is that we don't want it to take sort of center stage, and like we don't want it to be disruptive. We want the narrative to fit the current game, and we don't want it to change what people are already familiar with. Satisfactory is first and foremost a factory building game, and if you don't care about the story, you can, pretty much ignore it. It will sort of play out in front of you, but you don't have to pay attention to it. We don't want to remove any agency from the player either, so there won't be any like cutscenes or anything like that that will interrupt you from playing the game as usual.
Okay, so that's interesting. So the story will play around as you're playing. There's no cutscenes. I kind of like that idea because Satisfactory in a whole doesn't feel like a game that needs cutscenes. So I'm kind of glad for that.
So don't expect like a big story campaign or anything like that. There will be an ending to the game that you're working towards, but it won't distract you from like the existing core loop of the game. But one of the main reasons why I'm making this video is because the story in 1.0 has changed since its initial conception. So we need to sort of retcon most of everything we've told you up until now when it comes to the story. For the most part, it's still, the same world and all that stuff. You're still a pioneer working for Fixit, but you should probably like forget everything you thought you knew about Fixit, or, any of the characters that we've revealed working for Fixit, because characters such as like Katarina Parks and Steve, they're all retconned at this point, okay? You'll still interact with Ada, your personal instance of the artificial directory and assistant. We're gonna keep Ada because because we want to. We decided to keep Ada, and we're also not going to replace the Vocaloid that we've been using to voice Ada because, you're already so accustomed to that. And we also think it's pretty cool that people can create their own voice lines for, content or extend mods with it, or, even streamers have like a chatbot read out messages live. We always thought that was pretty cool and fun. So you'll still be interacting with Ada. And in fact, every single existing dialogue with Ada in the game has been completely rewritten in 1.0. If you're planning to play Satisfactory multiplayer, it might also be good to know that any narrative that is triggered by unlocking milestones or phases or research will be shared globally in the session, but a lot of other narrative delivery will be triggered individually on a proximity basis. So if you're not close to someone when they're triggering something related to narrative, you won't experience that until you trigger it yourself. All dialogue in the game will also be logged into the codex, so you'll be able to revisit it again once you've triggered it. I also want to clarify one thing about Summersloops and Mercer Spheres. We've said in the past that those items are story items and they're tied directly to the story. This is not true anymore. They're not.
Oh, I wonder if that means that you can get rid of the existing ones you've got. Now, maybe they're worth saving. Maybe you'll be able to sync them eventually. Let's hope so. I also hope that when you get to the end of the game, it just turns out that like Fixit is actually just an evil company just terraforming planets. That would be so interesting considering the fact that so far we believe we're trying to create factories to get off the planet. Maybe we're just there to destroy the planet.
not story items, but they will have some form of impact on the narrative, but their primary use case isn't tied to it. So with all that said, I'd like to take a moment in this video to sort of set the stage for the game's narrative. In Satisfactory, you take the role of a pioneer for Fixit Incorporated, designated to the planet Massage 2AB-B in the Akatcha system, and to fulfill your obligations.
Whoa. Wait a minute, that water effect has changed. That's in the Rocky Desert?
You
Pretty
must
sure the
exploit this
waterfall
planet
effects
for
are
its
new,
resources by
and they look
building factories,
amazing.
setting up power systems,
You can
organizing
also see the water
logistics,
splashing
utilizing
around here as
vehicles,
well.
and asserting dominance over the local fauna using whatever tools you may engineer. To advance Fixit's mission, all notable phenomena.
Okay, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if this is new, but I'm pretty sure what it's sitting on is new, because I don't remember it being on a fine of sorts. But the quality in this image looks amazing.
Resources, technology, or other influence should be investigated regardless of their perceived danger.
Okay, I'm not sure what this is. I want to say it might be Samor, but the colors changed, and the fact that it looks slimy, and if you watch the image, you can see the slimy effect, I suppose.
As stated in the Pioneer contract. It is your duty
I love
to
the
ensure they
sun
come to good
glistening
use.
off the water here as well.
On this mission, you are accompanied by Ada, your personal instance of the artificial directory and assistant.
Well, at least we still have Ada. She's got a bit of a
Potential
overhaul.
edible collected. Reminder that look and smell alone do not provide sufficient data to determine exact risk of consumption.
Ada will guide you throughout your mission, measuring your performance and providing you with helpful advice.
Man, I love
as you
how this
explore the
game
planet
is just
and
so
progress in
beautiful.
your exploits. Your first official objective is to initiate Project Assembly by building the space elevator. Project Assembly is divided into phases, each of which requires the delivery of project parts via the space elevator.
Whoa.
Subsequent
Okay. So the space elevators had a bit of an overhaul. I'm loving the new design. This is really interesting. Now that just might be unlocking the or something, or maybe there is perks to go along with the coupons that you get. That's really interesting.
phases unlock access to new tiers with more advanced technologies to construct, automate, explore, and exploit. But it's time to be honest. This project is part of the Save the Day.
I'm not really seeing anything new here. All looks pretty much the same as what we're getting now.
Program, the largest united undertaking in human history, destined to save us all. Earth is in peril, and only Fixit pioneers offer hope for survival. Fixit is counting on you. Do not let Fixit down.
Okay, so the space elevators had a great overhaul. I mean, I love the look of this. If you can see that from a distance, that's going to be cool. Now, from what Snut was saying about the story, it sounds like we're here to try and save Earth, but we'll see. Okay, I think that might be the end of it now, guys. Oh, wait.
Your waves lap at our shores. When will you land? To file with scripture.
What the hell did that say? I could make out like lake or shores or land. I wonder if we put on subtitles, I wonder if it detects anything. Ooh. Will you land to file this skewer? Okay, let's just go back and watch that.
Your waves lap at our shores.
Down your waves. Now it sounds like she's saying laugh, so maybe down your waves, laugh at our shores. Maybe that's something to do with the new the water effect on the waterfalls. Who knows?
When will you land?
When will you land? I mean, we've technically already landed.
To file with scripture.
When will you land to file this sculpture? Maybe it's defile this scripture? Who knows? Maybe this is part of the story and that's what we need to figure out. So that is the end of the video now, guys. I mean, they are hyping up 1.0 so much, and I cannot wait. So thanks for watching this video, guys, and I shall see you in the next one.